They returned in March, right on time. That's what made it worse. After the longest winter in years, after the snow finally began to collapse into gray slush and the streets reappeared, people were waiting for something normal, for something that meant the cold had lost. The birds came back in flocks, black against a pale sky, hundreds of them lining power lines, rooftops, bare trees, just like every spring. At first, no one noticed anything strange, until the singing started at night. Not at dawn, not at sunset, not during the warm, bright hours when windows were open and children played outside. Only after midnight, only when the houses were dark. It wasn't loud, just enough to carry through thin walls, soft warbling at first, layered, almost beautiful, but wrong. Because birds don't sing at 2:13 a.m. They don't synchronize like that, and they don't all stop at the exact same second. The first reports came from people who couldn't sleep, posts online, neighborhood apps. Anyone else hearing birds right now? Yes, same. They've been going for an hour. Then one message stood out. They're not in the trees, they're on my roof. Security footage started appearing, doorbell cameras, backyard motion sensors. The birds weren't flying at night. They were perched on gutters, on fences, on windowsills, facing inward. Every video showed the same thing. Rows of birds, still, heads tilted slightly, watching. One homeowner zoomed in on the footage. The bird on his windowsill didn't blink, didn't ruffle its feathers, didn't shift its weight, for 6 hours, until sunrise. Then it flew away. The singing changed after that, subtle at first. Instead of layered melodies, there were patterns, short bursts, pauses, repeating tones, like fragments, like practice. Then someone heard their own voice. A woman in Ohio recorded the sound outside her bedroom window. At 3:07 a.m., beneath the soft trilling, something cut through. A whisper, faint, distorted. Her name. Not shouted, not sung, spoken. She posted the clip. People told her it was audio pareidolia, wind through branches, imagination, until others heard it too. Not her name, theirs. The birds began to gather closer, not just in trees, on porches, on railings, pressing against screens, looking inside. Children noticed first. They're waiting, one boy said. For what? His father asked. For us to talk. The birds only sang when houses were quiet, when televisions were off, when conversations stopped, as if they needed silence to hear something or to be heard. One night, the power flickered across 3 counties. No storm, no explanation, just a brief outage. When the lights went dark, the singing stopped completely. The silence felt heavy. Then, one by one, voices began from outside, soft, layered, overlapping, human. Are you awake? Let us in. It's cold. They weren't perfect imitations. The pitch was wrong, the rhythm delayed by a fraction of a second, like a recording played through broken speakers. A man stepped onto his porch during one of the nights. Neighbors later said they saw him standing still, surrounded by birds lining his railing. He was talking softly, responding, nodding, as if in conversation. The next morning, his front door was open, the house empty, no signs of struggle. Bird droppings covered the porch. Perfectly circular pattern around where he had stood. Authorities suggested mass hysteria, seasonal stress, sleep deprivation, but wildlife experts were unsettled. Migration patterns were normal, species were normal, physiology was normal, except for one detail. The birds weren't eating. Feeders remained full, seeds untouched, yet they didn't appear weak. They just watched. The recordings grew clearer. You could hear phrases now, fragmented, half-formed, repeated over and over until they sharpened. Open the window. We remember you. Say something. One viral clip showed a flock covering the side of a house like a living shadow, all facing a single bedroom window. Inside, a child stood on the bed, staring back. The audio picked up her voice, soft, curious. What did you learn? The birds answered, in unison. We learned your voice. After that, officials advised keeping blinds closed at night. Avoid direct interaction. Do not respond to unusual sounds. The advisory was quiet. No national alert, just suggestions. The birds began arriving earlier each evening, perching before sunset, settling in place, waiting, as if anticipating something. Then came the first warm night of spring. Windows opened across neighborhoods, fresh air drifting through rooms. For the first time in weeks, the birds did not sing. They were silent, completely, not a single chirp. People relaxed. Maybe it was over. Maybe whatever had been happening had passed. At 1:42 a.m., phones across several states lit up, not with emergency alerts, with voice memos sent from unknown numbers. No caller ID, no location. Each message was less than 10 seconds long. Each one was a recording of the recipient's own voice, speaking in their sleep. The birds no longer sing at night, not audibly. They sit on rooftops, on window frames, on power lines, facing inward, still. During the day, they behave normally. They fly, they chirp, they scatter when approached. But if you watch long enough, you'll notice something. They don't blink when they're looking at you, not even once. And sometimes, when a room is quiet and no one else is speaking, you might hear it from outside the glass, soft, perfectly timed, your voice, repeating the last thing you said, waiting for you to answer.